Hello everyone, before the playthrough starts, I wanted to mention that the enemy deck uses updated base set cards, which were distributed with the Balance of the Force pack number 1. You can find all the details about the changes in the About Balance pack number 1 PDF. It's a one-page PDF. I briefly explained the changes. The biggest impact was to Relentless Assault, and if you decide to keep the old cards, that's fine. You're basically playing with the elite versions of those cards now. But I suggest that you download this pack and print it so that you replace the old versions of those base set cards. There's also a couple of cards that were updated, like this one from the Boba Fett set, and it just changes the wording, but it's the same effect. And also, the Millennium Falcon here, it was rebalanced. So if you printed any of these sets before October 2nd, 2022, you should download this pack and print it and replace the old cards. But if you printed the base set, Boba Fett, or the Obi-Wan saga after October 2nd, you already have the latest versions, so you don't have to worry about it. And finally, I suggest that you bookmark this page, LinkTree / SWD Encounters. It has all the links you need for everything, like the balance pack number 1. And that's it. Now, onto the video. Alright, and one last thing. For this specific video, one thing I forgot to mention during the enemy encounter setup, you have to remove the reinforcements card from the encounter deck as per Obi-Wan's setup instructions. And that's it. Now, enjoy the video. Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Robert, and this is a playthrough of Star Wars Destiny Encounters. I finally get to show you for the first time one of the new encounter sets, and that's gonna be one of the Obi-Wan saga encounters. It's the episode 1 encounter, which pits you against Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. Let me just show you here a bit closer. So I'm using the Qui-Gon, the elite version of Qui-Gon, for a bit of an extra challenge. And he's two-sided, so you have to defeat him before you can defeat Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan becomes an attachment. It's a lightsaber that goes on Obi-Wan after Qui-Gon's defeated. Now, I am going to be using the following. So I have a red and blue deck. I have a Maul. There's a foil proxy I made, all right? And both are elite, Maul and the Droideka. This is a Renewed Hope card. So there's a lot of cards here that base around making sure that this card has shields. It's a pretty sick card, and he gets an extra shield during setup, okay? So both elite. Now, if I wanted to make them both elite, I would need an extra point because, well, -1 point because it will go to 31. So that's why I'm using this plot. It's a bitter rivalry, and basically this does -1 to my team composition, but the opponent gets to do 2 unblockable damage and draw a card. Now, in encounters, the rules indicates that anything that makes the enemy draw cards, you just give it a resource. So we're going to proceed to do that. Okay, let's finish setup. I also need to place the battlefield. So I have my my dice for my 2 characters. So I have my 2, and I'm playing in normal, by the way, difficulty. So I have my 2 shields from setup, and then the extra shield from Droideka setup. Now, a Bitter Rivalry will cause the enemy to do 2 unblockable damage to one of my characters, and I'm gonna use the criteria for when the enemy resolves their damage dice, it'll go to the lowest health character. All right, so Droideka starts off with 2 unblockable damage on it, and the enemy will draw a card, which means that it gains a resource. Okay. Now let me just adjust the camera there. Okay. There we go. So there's the resource there for the enemy. All right, and I'm gonna be using this new dial for videos moving forward. So it's a custom made. You have shields right there, and then you have damage right here. That's for the enemy leader. All right. This arrow here indicates who controls the battlefield. So for this encounter, I've handpicked these 5 battlefields. You have, let's see, there we go. All right, so you have Watto's Shop, Palace of the Jedi, Otoganga, Moisture Farm, and Feed Royal Palace. So I'll randomly draw one of these, and it'll become the battlefield for this game. Okay. All right. There you go. All right. So let's see which battlefield we get. All right. So we're gonna be fighting in Otoganga, and the enemy begins with control of the battlefield. So the arrow is gonna be pointing at them. All right. So I'm gonna put this aside. Okay. Let me just put it over here. All right, and now I'll finish my setup. I think that'll be it for the enemy. I'll just shuffle and draw my hand of 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and I'll show you my hand, okay? And I do have some A Renewed Hope cards in here. I also want to show you kind of an idea of what the deck has. I'll just do that now, all right, for those interested to know the contents of the deck, all right? There's a couple proxies thrown in there too, but I tried to make them look pretty good so that you have so there's a proxy that the Maul's lightsaber doesn't have that illustration in the real version. Okay, so hopefully that gives you, in case you're interested in building a deck like this, you now have that. Okay, so now this is my opening hand. Let's go back to this. Okay, let's see. So I have pushing slash. I'll definitely want to keep the blaster pistol. This allows me to put shields on attached character. I always want to keep shields on Droideka. That's important. All right. I don't know if I should keep Forbidden Lore. I think these two I'll just put away for now, and I'll keep Forbidden Lore and Blaster Pistol. So I'll shuffle these back. All right. And I'll draw 3. 3. Okay. All right, so we have Dark Rage, Draw Closer again, and then Air Superiority again. Trying to focus on the fact that I always want shields on Droideka. So reason I'm playing in Veteran, Elite. So Qui-Gon is the only Elite card in the deck right now, but reason why I'm doing it is because I did test this deck before, and it is pretty degenerate, so I do want to give the enemy a bit more of an edge with Qui-Gon being Elite. Okay, so he has a bit of a higher health, and in case you haven't read Qui-Gon, every time that he gets shields, he deals 1 indirect damage to each player. All right, so the enemy deck, as it happens, it also focuses on applying shields, just like mine does. All right, so let's start, and I'm gonna use this token right here. So when it's green, these two are ready, and when I flip it, they're both exhausted. Okay, so they have the partner mechanic, which means that when the enemy activates a character with partner, every other character with partner is also activated, all right, at the same time. So I'll go ahead and activate Obi-Wan, which activates Qui-Gon. So let's see. All right, so we got a 4, 3, a 1, and a 6. All right, and then Qui-Gon. Okay, so that's a 3. Okay, so that'll be my turn. Now, let's see what I'm gonna do here. So we have Dark Rage, Forbidden Lore, Blaster Pistol. I definitely want to play the Blaster Pistol. I think that's a no-brainer. So when you exhaust it, give 1 shield to attached character, and it has Ambush. All right, there's a Renewed Hope card. So I'll go ahead and spend these 2 resources. I'll go ahead and give Blaster Pistol to Droideka. and it has ambush. Let me go ahead and give it its dice, and now let's go ahead and activate. So for activation, let's just go ahead and do the same thing. I don't want to exhaust the cards. It's just a bit tedious, so I'll use these same tokens. When I flip them, it means that card is exhausted. So let's see. All right. Okay, so oof, that's pretty bad roll. Wow, pretty bad start there. Okay. Now it'll be the enemy's turn. So 6 for the enemy leader. It'll resolve all 6s. That's Obi-Wan's special, all right, which gives Qui-Gon 1 shield. Now he'll get a shield. Now he'll deal indirect damage every time 1 or more shields are put on him. He'll deal indirect damage to each 1 indirect damage to each player. So I'll just let Maul take that 1 damage right there, and it'll be my turn. I'll go ahead and activate so that I might I'll probably just end up discarding to reroll. All right. Okay. Yeah. Good. Okay. So I'll be definitely discarding to reroll pretty soon. All right. Now let's go ahead and activate all 4s for Obi-Wan. So he'll deal 1 melee damage. It'll go to Droideka. All right. I am gonna be discarding to activate. I think I'll just go ahead and discard Forbidden Lore. All right. Actually, I'll just put that here. All right. And let's reroll 1, 2, 3. I do want that resource, so I'll just be rerolling these. Okay. So we have 1, 2 melee, and still 1. Now the cool thing about Droideka is that his dice value are increased by 1 as long as he has a shield. All right, so I could apply 2 shields using that. However, if he doesn't have any shields, all damage applied to it is increased by 1, so it's a double-edged sword. Okay, so now Obi-Wan will make me discard a card at random. That's his third. That's his number 3. Okay. All right. Jesus, I really wanted that, but too late. Okay. And then he'll activate Qui-Gon. That's gonna be 2 damage. 1, which will. Okay, so yeah, because he had a shield, it's just 2. But if next time he takes damage, if it doesn't have a shield, it will. It'll be increased by 1, so I have to be careful. Now, okay, I have draw closer. I don't think I want to reroll again. I think I'll just go ahead and I will exhaust Blaster Pistol to give Droideka 1 shield. Enemy will activate. All right, Overwatch. So much for that. Okay, so we'll deal 1 damage to each character. Okay. All right. My turn. Okay, just to make sure that Droideka does not get extra damage unnecessarily done to it, I will go ahead and give it this 1 shield. Sadly, I won't be able to increase that value. So I'll activate my shields. That's it. Now the enemy. Okay, so this one, it's one of Obi-Wan's episode 1 cards. It's called Master, and it says each player removes their highest value die. Choose if there is a tie, so he forces me to remove this, okay? And then the enemy gains 1 additional action, okay? So he'll play the next card. All right, meditation. So this is one of the new mechanics for the Obi-Wan saga. So let's go ahead and do a little read. So meditation. First, it gives 1 shield to the rightmost Jedi or apprentice character in the enemy row. So that means Qui-Gon gets 1 shield, which makes him deal 1 indirect damage to me. Okay, I'll just put it on Maul. Then the enemy anticipates one. What that means is that each player will put a anticipation token. I just use this dice right here, and you have to put it on the highest health character. So I'll put it on Maul, all right? Now the next time that character is activated, the enemy will play cards from the top of the encounter deck equal to the number of anticipation tokens on this character. So if I activate Maul early, the enemy might surprise me with a card from the top of the deck, all right? So I have to be mindful of that, all right? So I'll just use this as a reminder. So that was it for the enemy. Let me go ahead and restore the camera angle here. All right, very good. Okay, now, let's see. Now it's my turn. I'll go ahead and, okay, so Maul has a pretty nice ability. I can do a power action. So I'll just use this right here, all right? Power action. Reroll one of these character or upgrade dice, and I may discard a card. Oh, sorry, I thought it was rolling it into the pool. That's fine, I won't do that. I take that back. I am just gonna gain, so the enemy is just gonna pass, it's not gonna do anything else. So I gain resource. I'm gonna deal 1 to Qui-Gon, and then I will claim the battlefield. So there you go. Now, since I claim it now, this is pointing to me. I have the battlefield, and I will heal 1 from Droideka. All right. Okay, there we go. So I think that'll be it. And I wanna do I wanna save that resource actually? I don't have a lot of things that cost 3, so okay, fine. Let's go ahead and spend that resource now. I'll put Dark Rage on Maul. So there's a Renewed Hope card when it touches, and basically it just increases the value of this dice faces based on how much damage there is on the character that is attached to. So if it has 6, it deals 1. All of these are increased by 1. If it has 9, it's increased by 2. So pretty good card for this deck, since there's a lot of damage going on. I'll go ahead and attach it to Maul, and here's the Dark Rage dice, and that will be it. So new round. I'll go ahead and flip these. It means that they are ready, and same for these two. Ready? And I'll go ahead and draw up to 5. So we have Clash, Force Valor, excellent card, Crash Landing, and Bubble Shield. Oh, very good draws, very good draws. Okay, let's gain a couple of resources. Let's remove the claim indicator, all right? So now let's also do this for the enemy. The enemy will gain 1 resource from upkeep. 1, 2, 3, all right. And this goes back here. Okay, I don't believe I'm forgetting anything. This guy still has that anticipate token, so I have to be mindful that that is there. Okay, so now, let's see. So I go first. I think the first thing I will do is I'll go ahead and play Bubble Shield, all right? Cost 1 resource. So let's see what that does. So this says that I can use it to distribute indirect damage, as if this was a character with 3 health, all right? So this will soak up some of that indirect damage from Qui-Gon. And it has a limit of 3 though, so once it reaches 3 damage, I just put it away. So this has 3 damage I can deal to it, basically, from indirect damage. So that's my first action. Now, the enemy will activate these 2 guys. Since they have partner, they activate simultaneously. So, well, 1 and then the other one after. So, let's see, 1, 4, 3, and 2. No, sorry, and 1. And then, okay, that's 3. Okay, so his 3, that's gonna be a 2 damage, okay? All right, now, I'll go ahead and okay, here's what I'll do. I will activate because I want to use Clash to turn that dice to a blank. So I will activate Maul. I'll roll my dice and then I'll see what happens with the Anticipate card. Okay. Okay, pretty good. All right. That's pretty good. All right, now Anticipate token gets removed. Let's see what happens. Let me just put it over here. So the enemy will play the top card of the encounter deck, and then it'll just, after this, the enemy just takes its turn as normal, but he just gets to play a card for free. So let's see. Oof, use the Force. This is pretty bad. Wow, that's just incredible timing. So let's zoom in because this card does a couple of things, okay? So use the Force. The enemy turns one of its die showing blank, and if there were more than one, you just pick one at random to its highest side. So this is a blank side right here, all right? So Obi-Wan will turn it to a 6. Then each player turns their highest value die, choose if there is a tie, to a side showing blank. So I have to turn my 3 right here. I'll turn it to a blank. All right. And if no dice had been turned this way, this card gains Surge, but 2 dice were turned. So that definitely was a thing. All right. So that was that. Now it's the enemy's turn. Okay. All right. Let's go back to this angle. All right. So now Obi-Wan will use his special. So he'll give Qui-Gon 1 shield. He'll deal us 1 indirect damage. So I'll just put that there. That's him activating his 6s. Now let's see. I'll go ahead and let's do a little tit for tat there. All right. Clash. So Clash lets me turn one of my dice to a melee damage side, and then I can turn one of my opponent's dice showing melee. I'll do Qui-Gon's to a blank side. All right, there we go. Okay. Now Obi-Wan will deal 1 damage to Droideka. All right. Now with activating his 5s. So now it's my turn. All right. So I have 1, 2, and 3. Do I want to activate all of this right now? He'll deal 4. You know what? Okay. Interesting. Let's I'll go ahead and activate all of these. So 1, 2, and 3. Now this one has a cost of 1 indirect damage. That's at the bottom there. So I have to deal myself 1 indirect damage to activate that. So I'll just put it on the bubble shield. So that's 1, 2, 3. So that's 6. So I activate all 3 of his dice. So that's 6 minus the 2 shields. So that's 4 damage on Qui-Gon. Okay. All right. So now Obi-Wan will activate his 4. Now Droideka, because he doesn't have any shields, his damage goes up by 1, so it takes 4. It takes out 1 more. So he goes from 2 damage to 4 damage. Okay. So my turn. I will go ahead and activate Droideka. Let's roll these. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, now Obi-Wan will make me discard 1 at random. Please don't be Force Valor. Please don't be Force Valor. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so my turn. Alright, so I'll go ahead and give Droideka 1 shield so that I can get a bit more out of that, because it'll go up by 1, that 2 if he has a shield. Alright, first aid. Heal 1 damage from each enemy character. So he'll deal... Obi-Wan doesn't have any... Obi-Wan doesn't have any damage, but it'll heal. This will heal 1 from Qui-Gon. Okay, now let's go ahead and activate this die. I have to deal 1 indirect damage to myself. That's the cost of that, and I'll go ahead and do that to Bubble Shield. That's enough to discard it. So now I get to do 3 shields for my characters. So let's go ahead and do 2 for Maul, 1 for Droideka. Okay. Enemy plays a top card of the deck. All right, so this is a new version of Focus. As I mentioned at the beginning, there are new base set cards that have been updated. So the new Focus card, there's an Elite version that is the same as the old one, but the new one, it only rerolls it once. It doesn't reroll until it gets a non-blank result like before. Okay, so now I got a 2. All right, so I just reroll that to a 2. Okay, now I'll go ahead and use this ranged. I'll do 1 to Qui-Gon. He'll activate his 2, so that's 2 shields. He'll give them to Obi-Wan, so I'll put them here. 1, 2. All right. Okay, then let's see. I think I will just claim the battlefield because there's not much else I can do. If he advances, he'll abuse that. So I'll go ahead and claim the battlefield, take it away from him being able to claim it. I'll heal 1 from Droideka. And now the enemy plays the next card. Stockpile. He gains 2 resources, so right on time. So he'll gain 2 resources, 1 more to advance, and then he gains 1. All right. So he'll gain a new dice. Okay. All right. That is it. So I think that's the end of the round. Enemy will gain 1 resource. Let me just do the upkeep for the enemy now. All right. Let me ready these this upgrade. Let's flip these tokens. Let's add 2 resources, and let me draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay. All right. So I go first again. Let's see. Okay. I think I will activate. I might activate Droideka. Or do I want to activate Maul? Well, if I'm gonna activate Maul, let's do this. Let's put I'll pay 2. Let's put Force Valor. Just a all-around amazing card from A Renewed Hope. All right. So I'll just let you pause it there if you want to read what it does. But just a pretty incredible card. Okay. All right. So it's just an ability upgrade. I will attach it to Maul, and here's the dice. All right. So that's my turn. Enemy will activate these 2. All right, so that's a 3. All right, 3, 5, 6, 5. Okay, 2 and 2. All right. Okay, so he'll be giving Qui-Gon 1 shield. It's a lot of damage that he's gonna be doing there. Okay, so let's see. Now that I think about it, I should have played Name and Mastery, but that's all right. So let me Let me activate. Should I activate? Let me activate Droideka. I think I just want to get. Let's try to get more shields. Okay. All right. So this value is increased by 1. Remember, because he has shields on him. All right. Obi-Wan will activate his special. He gives Qui-Gon 1 shield. He deals 1 indirect damage. Maul will take that. My turn. I'll activate the 2 ranged, which have their values increased by 1, so that's 4. So 1, and then 3 damage to Qui-Gon. Okay, now Obi-Wan will deal 1 melee. That'll go to Droideka. So he's gonna resolve. Oof, that's gonna hurt. I don't want Droideka to take that damage, so let's exhaust this. Let's give it that 1 shield. Okay. Now Obi-Wan will make me discard a card at random. That is gonna hurt, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Christ. Okay, sure. All right, now let's activate Maul. Okay, so that's 2. Good. That's really good. I think I might be able to kill Qui-Gon now. All right, then. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. That's supposed to. He's supposed to act here to deal the 2 damage there. All right, cool. Corrected. Now it's his turn. He'll gain 2 resources, so he'll advance. He'll claim the battlefield. All right, and because he already had 2, he's left with 1. All right, after advancing. Okay, that was his turn. Now I think that I can kill. Let's see. So that's 4. That's 8. That's exactly it. Yep. So Maul will annihilate Qui-Gon. So that's the 8 damage. That's exactly enough to kill him. So here's what happens when Qui-Gon dies, as I mentioned earlier. Let's see. Whoops, sorry, there we go. So he'll be flipped, okay? And he'll be attached to Obi-Wan. And this card is unaffected by player effects. That means that I can't discard it, exhaust it, like, you know, it's there for good, all right? Then, after this card is attached, give attached character 2 shields. I'll do that in a second. And then this makes Obi-Wan's special. It's replaced with each player chooses 1 of their characters, deal 2 unblockable damage to each chosen character. Keep in mind, this is the elite version. In the normal version, it's just 1 unblockable damage and 1 shield. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and carry that out. Let's see. So I'll go ahead and attach this to Obi-Wan. Okay. And he'll gain 2 shields. So it's up to 4. And his special is now deal 2 each player chooses a character to deal 2 unblockable damage to. All right. So that was me killing Obi-Wan. It's now the enemy's turn. Not Obi-Wan, sorry, Qui-Gon. And let's go ahead and play a card. Qui-Gon's Teachings. Exhaust this support to give both Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon 1 shield. If the enemy doesn't control Qui-Gon, give Obi-Wan 1 additional shield. All right. I'll go ahead and gain a resource. He'll activate this. He'll give 2 shields to Obi-Wan. And let's see. I have a resource. Is there anything interesting I can do? Yes, there is. I'll go ahead and spend this resource. And I'll play the following upgrade. It's called Hidden in Shadow. If attached character has no shields, exhaust this upgrade to give it 1 shield. Guess who that's going to? That's right, it's going to Droideka. And I'll be giving it more shields in a second, okay? All right, enemy will... Ah, jeez. That's that timing though. All right. I kind of prefer when this card comes out when the enemy doesn't have that many shields, but there's a reason why it's there. All right. Aggressive stance. Remove all shields from the enemy leader to a maximum of 3. Deal 1 indirect damage to each player for each shield removed this way. And Obi-Wan has 6 shields, so he'll remove 3 of them. Now it'll deal me 3 indirect damage. All right. So down to 3. 1, 2, and 3. And I have to distribute 3 indirect damage. I don't want that on Droideka, so 1. And then Maul has 4 damage now. Okay. All right. So that was his turn. I can't claim the battlefield. Oh, I can do this to give Droideka a shield. All right. Upgrade. And he just gets another dice, basically. Okay. Can't do anything. Pass. Oh, Christ. It's Jar Jar Binks. Let's see what this little bastard does. All right. Jar Jar Binks. Chaotic Companion. After this character enters play, we roll all dice. Well, that didn't have an effect this time. But anyway, during player turns, if this character is ready, the active character is forced to spend their first action to activate this character. So not only is the enemy going to play first, then I'll have to spend my first action activating this bastard. So he'll send me back, but it's all right. So we'll chop him up. All right. Now it's not quite done yet, though. He will activate, and he'll give Obi-Wan 1 shield, and that is the end of the round. So we're gonna move this over here. Okay, give the enemy 1 shield. Let's put this away. Let's flip these. Let's flip this and put it here. And why don't we... I think I'm okay just exhausting these. I'll keep this for the enemy leader. All right, let's ready these. All right. Okay, and I'll go ahead and draw. I forgot to put the camera back. There we go. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. All right. This right here, it's called Anticipation. Spot a character that is 18 more or more points to roll its character dice into the pool. And if this is discarded by an opponent, I can play it for free. All right. All right, so it is the enemy's turn. He will activate Obi-Wan. Let's roll these here. Okay, so let's say we got a 3. Let's push these guys back a bit. Okay, let's see. So he's got a 3, 2 6s. Oh, geez, that's a lot of damage already. Maybe I can do something about that. We'll see. 2 6s, 3, another 3, 1, and 5. Okay. So as I said, my first action has to be spent activating this character. So now I lose my first action. This guy gets activated. Okay, good. Now, enemy's turn. He'll activate this. 2 shields for Obi-Wan. Up to 6. Let's see. I think I never gained my 2 resources. Yeah. That's a lot of damage, but I can't. There's nothing I can do right now to remove it, so I'll just have to take it. I will go ahead and spend 2 to put this blaster pistol. Ambush. so I can take another action. I will activate Droideka. Okay. Kind of terrible rolls, not gonna lie. I think I'll go ahead and activate. I'll go ahead and activate Obi-Wan soon. All right. Now, Obi-Wan will activate his 6. 2 unblockable damage to a character of my choice. So now Maul is at 6 damage, which will make Dark Rage dice stronger. Let's just do the other one to the Droideka. Luckily, it doesn't make the shields go away. I like that. Okay, let's roll Maul. Okay, good thing I waited. Because I'm going to be re-rolling dice in a second. All right, 5. He'll deal 1 damage to Droideka. Let's he'll probably make me discard this, so let's discard a. Actually, no. If I let that happen, yeah, let's do that. Let's kill Jar Jar. Okay, zoom, gone. Okay, now he will make me discard 2 at random. Let's see if anticipation gets discarded. 1, 2. Excellent. All right, so I get to play anticipation for free. So I get to roll this dice back into the pool. Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. So now it's my turn. I'll be re-rolling. Let's discard draw closer. Roll 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Then let's see what we got. One disrupt. Okay. This was still a blank. Disrupt. Okay. All right. So that was my activation. Obi-Wan doesn't have anything else to activate. Let's see. Ion Blast. Well, none of my characters have shields, so that's perfectly fine. Okay, let's go ahead and give Droideka a shield. Each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. All right, now I'll go ahead and deal 1 indirect damage to Maul, and I'm getting in risky territory here, but I just want to get 3 shields from Droideka. So 1, 2, and 3. All right. First aid. I haven't dealt damage to Obi-Wan yet, so that was a dud, thankfully. All right, now let's go ahead and activate all. So this has its value increased by 1, so I'll go ahead and deal 4. So that's 4. 2, 3, 4. All right, down to 2. Enemy plays 1 card. Focus. So he just rerolls this once. Let's see. 4. Okay. All right. Now let's activate. Let's disrupt him. Well, I don't think he's gonna be doing anything else, so that's fine. I forgot that I have Vicious Tactics in my hand. That's fine. I'll use it next time with Droideka. So anyway, let's do 4 and 1, 2. Okay. Enemy does 1 to Droideka. Okay. Okay, now Force Valor. Let's see. Heal 1 damage from a character. Which I'll do that. Let me heal 1 from Droideka. And then turn a die to a side not showing special. So I get to choose 2 of these 3 options. I want to turn this to this side, okay? And now this value is increased by 1 because he has 6 or more damage on it. So I'll activate this. It deals 2 to Obi-Wan. All right, so we're getting there. That is almost it. I'm going to claim the battlefield. Okay, so now I have it. And then I'll heal 1 from Maul. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's it. I think. Actually, I have to activate these 2. So I activate those 2. It gives 2 more shields to Droideka, and that's that. Let's go ahead and flip all of this. Ready? Flip. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. Oh, and I didn't end up disrupting, so the enemy will gain another dice after advancing. End of the round. All right. So let's see. Air superiority, clash, bubble shield. I am no Jedi. Okay. All right. Okay. So my turn. Let's see if I can swing at him before he gets to respond. I will activate Maul. Let's see. I think I'll have to roll a bit better than that if I want to make that happen. Obi-Wan will activate. Okay. Ah, Christ. That's so many 6s. I might be in trouble. We'll see in a second. 2, 3, and 4. All right. Okay. So let's see. My turn. Let's activate. I think I should. Okay. No. I think I can make this. No, because he'll activate that. Yeah. Let's flip this guy. Let's see. Let's activate Droideka. Oh, he has a 1 here. Didn't see that. Okay. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I think. Yeah, that's looking better. All right. Now. 1. Actually, no. 1, 2. Okay. So I will go ahead and let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna use Vicious Tactics. Resolve one of your dice showing a cost, increasing its value by the cost showing on it. Okay, so this guy is showing a cost of 2 indirect. So it's gonna increase this 3 to 5, and it goes up to 6 because Droideka has a shield on it. So I deal 2 indirect damage to myself, and I do 6. 1, 2, and then 4. All right, so that's 8. Okay, so I think I'll get him next turn. 3, so that'll be 1, 2, and then I can do another 2 to Maul. Yep, and I got it. All right, so Maul will just come in and finish him off. All right, deal 1 up to 11. Okay, so yeah, I mean his life total is 9, but you get the idea. So that was fun. Like I said, this deck is kind of degenerate. Even with Qui-Gon on Elite, I think that what I'll do next time I want to play this matchup, I will swap out more of the Elite versions of the Obi-Wan cards and the basic cards. And I might even, I don't often play on hard difficulty, which it just makes the enemy have more resource gains and more starting dice and a couple extra copies of the more difficult cards. But That's the whole point of including those things, to increase difficulty. So this deck is just a lot of fun to play, um, and I'll definitely, if I want to do this matchup again, I definitely have to uh, you know b- um, beef up the enemy deck a bit more with the elite versions of cards. Okay, but I hope you enjoyed this. So this is my first video of the Obi-Wan saga. I will be doing more demos of the um, Clone Wars encounter set and the A New Hope encounter set. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and see you in the next one.